Buddy, what if I told you there is a quiet plan, not in a Bond villain lair, but right here in boardrooms, think tanks, and political war rooms to replace Canada? Not invade it, not bomb it, just absorb it, bit by bit, law by law, trade deal by trade deal. And the worst part, it's working. This is not some French conspiracy. This is the slow dismantling of our sovereignty with a handshake and a press release. While we are arguing about bike lanes and beer taxes, billionaires and politicians, some Canadians, some very not, are carving up our country like the long weekend brisket. And if you think that sounds dramatic, wait till you hear what just happened in Alberta and what's coming next in Nunavut, BC, and the Toronto housing market. Stick with me. This rabbit hole goes deep. And it ends with one hell of a question. Are we still a country or just a holding company with a flag? The slow lease of sovereignty. Let's start with this. Canada is rich. Not rich in yachts or stock tickers. I mean, rich in land, water, oil, timber, minerals, Arctic access, you name it. And guess what? Everyone wants a piece. Foreign mining companies already control 80%. Yes, 80% of global exploration projects. Canadian laws? Weak. Lobbyists? Strong. Enforcement? Huh. Just last month, an Australian firm got greenlit to develop lithium in northern Quebec. No revenue sharing for locals. No sovereignty guardrails. Just boom, deal done. If you think that's isolated, ask any First Nation trying to protect their watershed. This is not extraction, it's exfiltration. And you are paying the cleanup bill. The billionaire backdoor. Now, let's talk ownership. Who really owns the homes in Toronto, the land in Kelowna, the condos in downtown Vancouver? I'll give you a hint. It ain't Todd from Calgary. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Subscribing to my channel is not going to cost you anything, but it does help me big time. Thank you. Now back to on topic. Do you know the top 10% own over 60% of Canada's wealth? But a scary chunk of that? Offshore. Real estate deals through anonymous shell companies. Shadow buyers from oligarch networks. Foreign firms snapping up farmland at price local farmers cannot touch. It's not just unaffordable, it's unrecoverable. And every time we try to push back, some think tank calls it anti-business. Really? Buddy, since when is letting foreign billionaires outbid teachers and paramedics part of a free market? The politics of surrender. This part is going to stink because the folks enabling this are not just foreign players. They are our own elected leaders. You got premiers flirting with separation because Ottawa won't subsidize their pipeline dreams. You've got federal MPs quietly voting to expand foreign investors' rights under the guise of innovation zones. And then there is Danielle Smith, Alberta's premier / podcast host, who thinks her province should have veto power over national law, but not any responsibility when wildfires burn or floods hit. She plays populist patriot on stage, but behind the curtain, it's tax breaks for oil majors and private clinics for the rich. Okay, here is a pop quiz for you. What is the easiest way to take over a country without firing a shot? Bribe the middlemen. Patriotism for sale. Let's talk culture. Because when you start to lose sovereignty, you also lose confidence. Suddenly, being Canadian means nothing more than slapping a maple leaf on a Budweiser ad or calling ketchup chips a personality trait. Meanwhile, American media dominates our screens. Our political debates are reruns of their talking points. And our youth know more about US Supreme Court decisions than our own charter. This is not cultural exchange, it's assimilation. And the kicker, the same people waving tiny flags on Canada Day are the ones saying we should be the 51st state because healthcare is hard and winters are cold. The great Arctic betrayal. Now, here is where it gets real. The Arctic, the crown jewel, the final frontier, and the piece of land that will define 21st century geopolitics. Melting ice, now shipping routes. Critical minerals, everywhere. Strategic advantages, off the charts. Russia knows it, China knows it, and America, oh, buddy, they want it all. In Canada, we are underfunding Arctic defense, underserving indigenous communities, undervaluing sovereignty. Hell, we let the Northwest Passage be labeled international waters without raising hell. Who are we? That's like someone claiming your driveway is public and then parking a tank on it. You want to know how modern takeovers happen? With silence, with maps, with money. You ever notice how every time Canadians get loud, someone on TV says, let's be reasonable? Bullshit. That being reasonable did not stop billionaires from buying Lakeshore, premiers from undermining unity, or grocery execs from jacking lettuce prices. Reasonable is how we lose. Elbows up, buddy. The infrastructure stranglehold. Let's talk about ports. Not sexy, but vital. Prince Rupert, Vancouver, Halifax. These are not just loading docks. They are lifelines. And increasingly, who runs them? Private equity, foreign logistics giants, and firms with, let's just say, cozy ties to authoritarian regimes. And it gets worse. Major telecom infrastructure, power grid, even AI research clusters, all getting gobbled up by firms that report elsewhere. You think Ottawa's got a master plan, buddy. They could not even keep Target open. Okay, so what now? This is usually the part where someone says, we need to vote harder. Nah, too easy. We need something bolder. Economic nationalism that is not xenophobic. Sovereignty that is not isolationist. Patriotism that is not cosplay. We need to tax the billionaire class like they owe us, because they do. Buy Canadian, even when it costs more. I know it will be tough, but we have to do these things. Block foreign takeovers of key resources. Teach our own history better than Disney Plus. Demand Arctic investments like it's D-Day. And tell every politician flirting with surrender, hell no. The big question. So here we are, a nation rich in everything, and still one bad debt away from being someone else's colony. But there is one thing they did not count on. You. The Canadian who watches past 10 minutes, who reads the fine print, who still gives a damn. You are the firewall. So tell me, what part of this hits you hardest? The land sell-off, the Arctic silence, the corporate takeover? Drop in the comments, share your story, share the mic, because the louder we get, the harder we are to ignore. And hey, if this video lit a fire in you, hit that subscribe button. Please like and share with whoever is interested in this topic. And join the Unlocking Canada team. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.